Laravel offers two methods on how you could use your model factories. The first method is through a seeder. Yes, you heard it right. You need to create a seeder which uses the model factory. And there are two options right here. You could create a new seeder, or you could add it directly inside a database seeder that lives inside the seeder subdirectory. I personally prefer to create a new seeder, so let's navigate back to iterm and let's perform the PHP artisan make me a new seeder named post seeder. If we navigate back to PHP Storm, you'll see that inside the seeders directory, a post seeder has been created. Now the real magic needs to happen inside the run method, where we first need to access the post model, which gives us access to the factory method. Now the factory method accepts a parameter where we need to define how many rows we want to create. So let's say 5, and then we have the option to chain the create method. The difference between creating a new seeder and adding this line of code inside a database seeder comes now. If we navigate back to iterm, you can run seeders through the php artisan db:/seed command. This command only works when you add the factory inside the database seeder class, because it won't run all seeders by default. To run a specific seeder, we should add a -- class to it, which needs to be set equal to the class of the seeder that you want to run, which in our case will be the post seeder. If we hit enter right now, you will see that it seeded our seeders into our database. And if we navigate back to PHP Storm, open our post table, you will see that we have persisted 5 new rows into our database. So let's delete all rows that we have right here, so I can show you the second method. If we open our post seeder, we should copy the line that we have right here, what we call our post model factory method, and create it, comment it out, and paste it inside the database seeder class, which pretty much has the same structure with a couple comments inside of it that we were going to delete. Paste it right here, import the post model. Now the biggest difference is that you don't need your post seeder class anymore because it's overkill. And you can simply add them right here. There's also a downside. You will always run all factories you have to find inside the database seeder class, which could be annoying at times if you only want to run one specific seeder. Let's navigate back to the CLI and let's perform the php artisan db:/seed command, where artisan responded back with a message saying that it has seeded the seeders. So let's navigate back to PHP Storm. Let's open our post table and refresh it, where you will see that it has added 5 new rows into our database. Now let's clean it up again by deleting all rows. And let's have a look at another way of how we could use seeders.